Technology touches everything. It's nearly impossible to get through a day without it. And we need it in order to thrive. And so that's why we're here. We're not just here to hand out laptops and to teach classes, even though that is a lot of what we do. We are here to give people what they need to reach equitable opportunity. If I don't have a device and the skills to learn online, then I don't have the same job prospects, which means that my economic stability is impacted. And my economic stability impacts the choices that I have with regard to my health care, with regard to where I live, and those things directly impact health outcomes. So really, we're here to support healthy people. And that type of concern for the community, that's not new. And this work, actually, that we're doing today, the groundwork for that was laid in the 90s.
My name is Marion Chrisman. I work for the Nashville Public Library. Been with the public library for almost 30 years now. I was there in the late 1990s when the library first started doing its digital inclusion work. Back then we called it Closing the Digital Divide. We received a grant from the Bill Gates Foundation to install the first ever public access computers in Nashville. We had a lot to do with teaching those in Nashville who use computers now how to use them and navigate the internet. It was exciting watching the faces of people as they learned to use the internet and found out what the internet was all about. It was very exciting. Digital inclusion is really important, as I think we found out during the pandemic, because so much of the services that we use today are online now. Essential services like Medicare and Social Security for seniors, food delivery, you can buy things cheaper, you can bank online. So people who are not online are at a huge disadvantage. So that is the important thing for us to keep in mind, that these people are at a disadvantage. So we want everybody to be able to access those kinds of resources. Well, it matters a great deal beyond technology, because we're not trying to get people technology for technology's sake. It is to improve their lives. Technology can change your life by learning technical skills can help you get a better job. Learning technical skills can help you communicate with your doctor. It helps kids in school to compete with their peers who have technology. So, I mean, it's relevant for us in all kinds of ways. One of the things that seniors suffer from is isolation and depression. So when we did one of our first senior classes at one of the residents over at Metro Public Housing, we ran into a lady in our class who told us that she had been living there for 12 years, but she didn't know any of her neighbors. And when she came out to come to our classes, not only did she gain technical skills, but she also met all of her neighbors and made friends. And so it's just the emphasis on teaching people technology is just beyond learning the technology. You just can't imagine all the effects that it has in the community. What that means is that we can reach more Nashvillians. It is more work than one organization can do. Although the library's been working in this area for 30 years, it's just really powerful now I think that we can do this work at scale, and I'm extremely excited about Tech Ties. Well, we'll be able to change people's lives. We'll be able to help people to uh, develop those skills they need to get better jobs. And for those without digital skills, they'll be able to go back to work like seniors do when we teach them digital skills. And I think one of the other important things, a lot of people online tell me they're afraid, so we'll be teaching them how to stay safe online also. And that will allow them to feel comfortable enough to use the internet. I envision a future where all of Nashville's citizens are able to access all of the rich resources that are available through online access, and no one will be left behind.
Good morning, everyone. That was awesome. I couldn't have written it better. I'm so excited to see you all here today. I'm so excited to welcome you to this open house of the Metropolitan Action Commission's new facility at Airways Plaza and the formal launch of the Tech Ties program. This program is the first of its kind because we're working within a network of organizations across the county, libraries, nonprofit agencies, metro departments and agencies, for-profit organizations, faith-based organizations to provide more services together than we ever could alone. And that's what's very exciting about Tech Ties. Our partners at the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development, some of whom are here today, have funded this through their Connected Community Facilities program, and we are so grateful to them for helping to make this happen. Two other people that we are incredibly grateful to are to my left, the Honorable Freddie O'Connell, Mayor of the Metropolitan Department of Nashville and Davidson County, and Dr. Cynthia Kroom, Executive Director of the Metropolitan Action Commission, will share some remarks with us today. And then after that, we'll invite you to just do a self-guided tour of the first floor of the facility. There are signs that you'll see throughout to share a little bit about aspects of the program. And you'll also see our digital navigators, many of whom are here today. You'll see them wearing the shirts. And please feel free to chat with them. They are always here available to support customers as they come in and help connect them with resources. And we are so grateful. Thanks all. Y'all, we're so happy to have you. And we're so grateful for your work. I'll introduce our first guest. He is the 10th mayor of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County. He also served as council member from the time he was elected in 2015, and he has been a staunch supporter of digital equity. Thank you. May I introduce the Honorable Freddie O'Connell.
My favorite is when we get to have people that we see on screen actually be with us in person. So, Pearl, thank you. It's great to have that offline opportunity as well. And of course, I love an event where they have to keep adding chairs because so many people want to come be a part of this. I know we're also joined today by Council Members Russ Bradford and Terry Vo, both of whom represent parts of the Murfreesboro Pike Corridor and who have been champions for inclusion and investment along this corridor. So today is, I'm sure, as special for them as it is for me. And of course, a champion right alongside Pearl, who helped me understand, even after work I had done on Metro Council, interacting with our Department of ITS. Our former ITS director, Keith Durbin, who is also a former council member, is here, and he also was a champion not just for the idea of digital inclusion, but of Pearl's work specifically. So Director Durbin, thank you for being here to help us celebrate today. And if I can't say enough about how long I've worked with Dr. Kroom as an incredible partner. Metro Action Commission had its old headquarters a few blocks from my house when I moved in 17 years ago, and we worked on everything from the poverty reduction initiative plan from years ago to conversations about that building, Head Start, so many things that Metro Action Commission has worked on, including future homes for the commission staff. So it's great to be out here to be with you all today. Now, this week represents 1 year in office for me, and I think it's been a really remarkable year. I want to share some highlights over the course of this, but I really do want to highlight the efforts of Metro Action Commission, ITS, and these incredible teams that are working so well together. Today represents Metro delivering a more connected city and more opportunities for residents. Since 1964, Metro Action Commission has served the residents of Nashville with programs that create opportunities, including technology training, so that people can develop and advance their careers and earn good paying jobs. And they have taken on an ever increasing significance in both workforce development and youth opportunity over just the past few years. Now, this collaboration today, Tech Ties, continues that work and expands our capacity to ensure that everyone in Nashville has what they need to thrive. What we're doing today is exactly how we shrink that digital divide, but also grow digital literacy in Nashville, not just for the rising generation, but for people who have been here and, like my parents, continue to need to be safe online, to have access to resources, and to be, what you heard, one of the most important things about this video, connected to one another. You heard Pearl mention it briefly, but this collaboration is truly a first of its kind initiative across Metro Digital Inclusion, Metro Action Commission, General Services, Tech Goes Home, Local Tech, and the Nashville Public Library, including other partners. One of the most important parts of the video you just watched is the long list of names at the end, because this is not just an initiative, one Metro department, one person. This is a truly collaborative effort. And I think it's a great example of how Nashville works. If you remember, a year ago we announced 3 transition committees that would support our work in the mayor's office, and we've had a great response from departments across Metro. And the idea was that we want to look at improving customer service. And Erin Williams has joined us from the mayor's office as our hub coordinator. She knows how important this is, but also I can't say enough thanks to the Metro staff who are here today, who are expanding the many ways that this Tech Ties program and Metro Action Commission continue to give ways for people to connect directly and know that there is a person committed to ensuring their success as a part of what we're doing as local government. Customer service and accessibility are top priorities of our administration. It's how we lay the foundation to tackle big issues. The other committees we had helping us get the year started were how Nashville moves and how Nashville grows. And so as we think about transportation, the East Bank, making sure that everyone in the city has broad access to prosperity is a true priority for what we're doing. We also believe in partnerships. I feel like a fundamental part of my role is to be partner in chief. And if we're talking about improving our access to federal and state grant opportunities, or working with state leaders, regional leaders on shared goals and better outcomes, Can't say again, you heard Pearl mention it, we have state ECD participation in this, the nonprofit community is participating in this, and the private sector all helping us launch Tech Ties here today. There is an incredible partnership within Metro too. We have that's been supporting digital inclusion work. We had a digital inclusion and access task force with the founders of that task force, Dr. Fallon Wilson and Dr. Samantha Perez, helping lead the charge to get us here today. And I know this and have known it. I'm so lucky that in my time at Aiken Elementary, we had computers in the school. And through Encore, not only did I learn how to play Oregon Trail back in the day, I learned how to use BASIC to create games of my own. And that experience of first getting access to the connection at all, having a computer, having a device, starting to be online at the advent of the internet in Nashville as a child, and understanding the importance of that, it created in me a lifelong interest in that. I wound up going on to study computer science, participating in the software and technology industry for 25 years. And so I can attest firsthand to how so much of our life in the 21st century is supported by technology. People need affordable, reliable internet. We need internet-enabled devices, the skills to use them, and the support to use them safely and successfully to access all of the opportunities that are available to us here in Nashville, and honestly around the world. But that's not all. If people don't have avenues to apply that technology to life, they will not have equitable access to opportunity, and I think that's what is so important about today. Tech Ties addresses every aspect of digital opportunity. Free training, free devices, individualized technical support, the practical support to opportunity to apply these resources, to learn, to find jobs, to advance careers, to access healthcare resources, and to engage with the community around us. And the number of Digital Navigator shirts in this room is one of the most exciting parts of it, because it is a real person-to-person connection as that support is delivered. This is important to me as a person, but as mayor, coming from a background in software and technology, knowing that this program will improve people's lives across the city in the digital age is a true success. And I think in this first year, knowing about what Keith and Pearl and Colleen and so many people in ITS and within Metro were doing, one of the proudest moments that we got to announce was when Metro Nashville was named a 2023 Visionary Digital Inclusion Trailblazer in December. This was national recognition. It recognized what Pearl and the incredible team at ITS were already doing as we prepared for the launch of Tech Ties. And I think the pandemic, as we suffered through it, endured it, and then developed resiliency to move beyond it, showed how important digital inclusion is. Nashville was one of just 22 cities awarded recognition in the top category, and it's actually one of 2 national awards the ITS team has earned since I took office. ITS was also recently awarded the prestigious Enterprise Approach to GIS Award at the 2024 ESRI Public Sector CIO Summit. We are advancing the importance of technology in what we do operationally within Metro, but as importantly, maybe even more importantly, today signifies that we're advancing that technology and access to it to all of our residents, regardless of age, regardless of income, regardless of neighborhood. I think a lot of people who don't spend their lives in the technology industry still understand intuitively how technology is related to innovation. But I think the people in this room, Aaron certainly among them, understand how tech does much more than that. It drives connection, collaboration, and better customer service. We now, through Hub Nashville, gather data from across the city so we can know if there's a part of the city that is having more streetlights that are out than other parts of the city. We can know if there's a part where the roads are rougher, where we're having issues with basic city service delivery. Now, sadly, one of the things we had to make adjustments to this year was the loss of federal funding for the Affordable Connectivity Program. So it meant we had to go make updates internally on our own, and I know Aaron and Pearl and so many others adjusted and adapted so that at a local level we weren't leaving people completely hanging. We were making updates to our system to still find the best available options for affordable connectivity. We're continuing to have to work around those things, but that's why local leadership on these issues and familiarity with the policy and the technology matter so much. And today we are celebrating a significant step forward in our efforts to close that digital divide, deliver our vision for how Nashville works, and ensure digital inclusion. We want everyone in this city to have the opportunity to thrive. So just a few notes on nearby things, because I think all of these things are related to one another and ultimately support the efforts we're doing on thriving. It connects to work we're doing with our seniors. A few weeks ago, I was proud to stand with Age Well Middle Tennessee, United Way of Greater Nashville, and other nonprofit partners to launch the new Secure Aging Collaborative and its new Reset program. Reset ties directly into what we're doing here. It provides personal financial empowerment counseling at no cost, benefit enrollment assistance, so much of which now requires access to technology, and referrals to supplemental income opportunities. It's free, open to Davidson County residents 50 and over. It builds upon the success of our existing partnership with United Way and their Financial Empowerment Center, and it's already helped thousands of seniors reduce debt by more than $28 million and increase savings by more than $4 million. This is how we are empowering the generation that came before us. Today's launch also connects to work we're doing with our youth to elevate their voices and accelerate their opportunities. Last week, I got to join the Mayor's Youth Council to celebrate the 25th anniversary of that remarkable program. We had a wonderful event earlier this year that was a combination of our internship program in the Mayor's office, the Mayor's Youth Council, and multiple different organizations that were participating in Metro Action's Power Youth Initiative. Now, with that too, the Metro Action Commission has been leading the Power Youth Program partners with area employers. So Metro government, businesses, nonprofits, and other organizations have been able to provide paid summer work experiences for Nashvillians between the ages of 14 and 24. This originated as Opportunity Now, but it served more than 1,600 young people this summer. On Juneteenth, we announced that Metro is the official government sponsor now of My Brother's Keeper. After learning last fall that we've been certified as an MBK community, we're now trying to grow to the point where we are a model community with sustained funding from an outside partner. Juvenile Court Clerk Lonnell Matthews and Ashford Hughes at Metro Schools have been champions of that, and we're excited to have Dr. Watisha Lawless Mitchell on our team as Director of Children and Youth Initiatives. We want to help our aging Nashvillians leverage tools. We want to have our young people grow up with digital literacy like I had the opportunity to access when I was a kid. And we ultimately want to help all of our residents access the resources they need, the opportunities they deserve to build their best lives. This is what local government is supposed to do. It's how Nashville works. It's why we do the work together. So thank you for being here today to support the launch of the new Tech Ties program and in celebrating the new headquarters of the Metro Action Commission. It's an honor to be with you, and I couldn't be prouder to invite Dr. Cynthia Kroom up to talk about their role. Thanks for having me.
I just want to say a couple of words about Dr. Kroom. She has been the executive director of the Metropolitan Action Commission for 25 years and 3 months. And this is also the week of her retirement. Very well earned. I might have shed a tiny bit of a tear out of the corner of my eye when I heard it, but she has earned this, and she has worked so hard to help us stand up this program. And we are so very honored to have her here to share some remarks. We are so very honored to be working with this organization, and we're grateful to you, Dr. Cynthia Kroom.
Well, thank you. I wanted to start off by acknowledging what I call my bosses. So Mayor O'Connell, thanks for being here. Let me also acknowledge our board chair, Dr. Lavinia Steele, who is here, also a member of our board representing our community. Kanika Colbert is also here. And then I'm told that council members fight to be on the best board in Metro. So Councilmember Vo, so glad to see you as well, who is also on our board. I thought about what I wanted to say to you today, and what I really wanted to say is not a lot, because I think that a lot about what the program is has been covered. But what I want you to do is just think about something with me today. Would you think about the power in community? Just for a minute, the power in community. And so for me, when I say that to you today, what I'm talking about is the power in the communities that we get the privilege at Metropolitan Action Commission of serving. People who sometimes people think have no desire to do anything different or be better, but that we know they have a resolve and a resilience that's like nothing you will ever see. But there's another community's power that I thought about as I thought about what I wanted to say to you, and it's the power of community when providers, when state and local governments come together. When technology gurus like Keith and Pearl come together with folks who are interested in not only technology and data, but what we can do to improve community. When state offices understand the value of what a city can bring when its partners come together, whether it's libraries or whoever it is. When we understand that our community is a community of all of us, and when we come together, we can help those people in our community who are our residents have access to things that otherwise they would not. When I think of community, I think of the incredible people, some of them who are standing in this room who serve with me every day to take care of the people or to give ourselves to the people who come in our doors. The one name who has spent a lot of time with Pearl and with Keith that nobody has mentioned today, but I do want to mention, is Oluwatu Malola Daro. Now, it takes me a lot to say his name. He makes me practice, and so he lets us just call him Daro. But I want you to know how much work he has done with Pearl, how much work he continues to do to make sure that this is a successful initiative. I don't want to say much more, but I do want to leave you with this thought. I mentioned that there's power in community, but there's also power in the human spirit. And when we have mothers and grandmothers, when we have children and we have youth and we have people who have this dream and desire in their heart to have access to the things that some of us take so for granted, when you think about the fact that someone just wants to talk to their doctor who doesn't have the ability to maybe make it to their doctor's office, when you think of the value of a young person who has a dream but does not have access to digital things that they need or to technology, when you think about all of those things and you sit here today, you need to understand that this is more than about giving away computers. This is more than about a building where people can come. This is about the dreams and the hearts of people that can be fulfilled because you're sitting here today, because state and local government took hands together with each other, because departments across Metro and organizations across this city decided that it was worth it and that we had the power to do it if we would just come together. That's what I hope you leave here with today. This is a fantastic initiative. I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to be a part. I'm grateful to Mayor O'Connell, who continues to see that we are not to be played with. We are a force in this city when it comes to doing what is needed for the people who live here. And you are a force with us as we join hand in hand with their dreams and their goals, not because they need us to sing their song for them or to build hope in them. They already come with it. They just need us to get out of their way, help where we can, and help remind them that they can do the incredible if we all come together. Thank you all for being here.
Yes. So I just want to share a final word of gratitude. Tech goes home, local tech, Metropolitan Action Commission, Metro Information Technology Services, current and former team members, and now community supporters, Community Foundation, Comcast, and really every single one of you in this room. If you were invited to this event, you were invited because you have been part of the process of bringing this program to life. And we cannot thank you enough. And the goal is for you to continue to be a part of this because this is a community effort. This is community driven. It's not Metro driven.
It's community driven. We do have a tiny little gift for you. You may have seen these lapel pins that some of our team members were wearing. You are team members too. And so if you'll just reach over to the left side of your chair, just under the left side of your chair, you'll find a little envelope. Each of you will get a lapel pin. along with some thank you notes from our team. That's my Oprah moment of the day. Everybody gets a pin. But it's just a small, small token, just to say thank you, and also a memento, just to help you remember how important you are to this effort. So please give yourselves a hand. So now we're going to invite you, as I mentioned, to just take a look at around the first floor. There are just a couple of spaces. We have a pod set up over here, similar to what a class would look like. There would be more seats, of course, but we are going to hold digital skills training classes with our training partners on a variety of topics at a variety of levels of learning, job-ready skills, basic digital skills. We've spoken about those, and then please do stop by in our customer lobby. It's our customer engagement area, and it's the first point of contact with customers that our digital navigators are providing resources to. So we want you to see what that looks like. Please come over and chat with me, chat with the team, chat with the digital navigators, and I'll just leave you with a final word of gratitude. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.